Once again, welcome students. We will be today studying about convection in air, but prior to that, I would like to show you experiment that convection in water especially. You can see here the burning spirit lamp, okay, at the bottom I have placed, and this is actually a wire gauge on which the beaker is settling, and in this beaker plain water I have kept, okay, and you can see that because of the heat from the bottom, the bubbles have started arising from the lower part or the bottom part of the liquid to the upper part of the liquid. That means it is trying to make the heat uniformly spread. Now this type of that is transfer of heat from lower portion to upward direction, making the entire thing of uniform temperature. This is what is actually convection. Now why I am showing you this today, although I said that I am going to teach you about convection in air, is that it is easier to see what is happening in water than in air, because air is invisible. So at least if you get an idea that how does the movement of heat takes place from a more hotter region to a less hotter or to a colder region, can be well demonstrated by the help of this water. So that's why I have set up this experiment. You can see so many bubbles are rising up. So this will gradually make the entire water in the beaker heated up. That is, transfer of energy or transfer of heat will take place, and thus within few minutes more from now, the entire water will become hot. So same thing, students, happen in case of air also. So in case of air, what can be done, or how can you feel, or how can you demonstrate, is that now if I take out this spirit lamp, you can see that it is a burning spirit lamp. Now as I told you, convection means movement of energy from the bottom to the top. If you hold your hand at the top, okay, like this, you will feel the heat. Okay, it will burn your fingers. Actually, it will burn your finger. The reason is because the heat is transferred from the lower end, that is from this end, to the top, that is above the top of the flame. So if you put your hand here for some time, you will feel the heat. So this is the energy transfer in air from the lower end, that is from the source of heat, to the upper air, okay, to the upper air. If you just keep it like this, it is so hot, I can't keep my hand for a long period of time. So this is actually the transfer of heat in air, okay, transfer of heat in air. Now I will be just again placing it below this beaker to continue the experiment of convection in water, because that is more easier to demonstrate than that of the heat, because heat is so much in this spirit lamp that my hand is getting burnt up. So the purpose is to show you that how does the transfer of heat takes place from the lower end or from the bottom of the place from where the heat is generated to the top portion where the heat has to be uniformly distributed, be it water or be it air. Okay, now let us come to our chapter. Now in this, you see there is the same picture which I have just now demonstrated. The person is putting his hand over a hot candle, and the flame of the hot candle is rising up, hot air is rising up, and the cold air is coming down. So this is uncirculated, and gradually you will feel hotness in this hand. So this is how the transfer of energy takes place through the air. Similar thing is being demonstrated here by the help of a heater. If you have a room heater, especially during the winter season, you will find that the room heater, when it is kept in a corner of a room, from there the hot air rises up and gradually it gets circulated, and the cool air again comes and occupies that hot air's place. So this way the circulation of the air, or the transfer of the heat into the entire room, makes the room hotter within few minutes or hours. Now the next thing which has been demonstrated in your book is about the blowing of sea breeze, okay, blowing of sea breeze and land breeze. Now what is the sea breeze and land breeze, that we are going to see. Now this is demonstrating a sea breeze which is blowing during the daytime. Now see this, students, this is a diagram which you have to practice, of course, for your examination. Very important diagram. So you have to practice it for your coming examination. This is a land and this is the sea. During the daytime, the land gets heated up faster because of the sunlight. Okay, because of the sunlight, the land gets heated up faster. Soil gets heated up faster compared to that of water. So the hot air will rise up. Okay, the hot air will rise up because hot air is lighter. So when it will be rising up, it will be coming to the place which is having cool air, and on the top of the sea, the air is cooler compared to that of the land. So the cool air will now come from the colder region to the hotter region. So this way the circulation will become. So during the daytime, people living in the coastal areas will feel not that much hot. The reason is because of the cool air coming from the seashore. From the sea water, the air which is rising up, it is colder, and the one which is rising up from the land, it is hotter. So hot will replace the cold and cold will come to the land. So this way people will feel comfortable during the daytime. And this breeze means the gentle wind which will be coming from the sea towards the land during the daytime is known as sea breeze. Okay. Now same picture, another condition is given here. This is about the land breeze. Okay, this picture is showing about the land breeze. What happens during the night time? Now during the night time, students, land becomes colder, means it becomes cool faster, and the sea water, since it is warm throughout the day, it got the sunlight, so it is still warm compared to that of the land. So now what will happen is that from the sea, since it is hotter compared to that of the land, so the warm air or the hot air will rise up and it will be occupied by the cool air coming from the land towards the sea. So during the night time, the air which will be coming from the water, that is from the sea towards the land, will be warmer, and the one which will be going towards the sea will be colder. So during the night time, the land breeze will be blowing during the night time, that is from the land towards the sea. Why? Because the land will be cooler faster compared to that of the sea water at night. So definitely from the warm region to the colder region, transfer of heat will take place. So from the land, the cold air will be going towards the warmer region. From the warmer region, that is the sea water, it will be coming, or it will be transferring it to the land region. So this breeze or this gentle wind which is blowing from the land towards the sea is known as your land breeze. So this is also the transfer of heat, and that is convection form in air. The last one is your radiation. Now radiation is something which happens in vacuum. Okay, the heat, the electric bulb transfers to our hand below it by the process is known as your radiation. Now this is actually the spirit lamp which is still burning. You can see, and you see now so many bubbles are getting transferred, because the water has heated up so much. Okay, the water has heated up so much. Now what the person is saying is that, suppose if you have the burning spirit lamp like this, and if you keep your hand, if you hold your hand like this on the sides, on the or not on the top will be convection, but in the sides, if you will hold it, you will find that still you can feel the heat. You can feel the heat. Now this heat which is coming from the source to the sideways, this is actually called the radiations, because radiation is this transfer of heat from the hot body to the cold body by means of the heat rays and any material medium between them. So it is the heat rays which is coming out from this burning spinter, that is spirit lamp, to the other ends, to the sideways. So you can feel the heat if you put your hand around it. Okay, on the top it is too hot. If you keep your hand like this, my god, again it is burning. But in the sides also, if you keep your hand, that is also giving us the heat. So this is a radiation, transfer of heat. Every hot object emits the invisible heat. Okay, so this is what is called the radiation in all direction. If you keep the hands, suppose if I just now keep this hand from this side, so if I keep my hand from this side also, here also I feel the heat. So radiation is in all direction, but convection is at the top. Convection is at the top, okay, and radiation is in all directions, sideways, upwards, downwards. Downwards now I cannot keep it, because if I do this spirit lamp upside down, then it can catch fire, okay. So this is about your radiation. Now the sun, in our book it is written that the heat from the sun reaches to the earth. Now this is also by means of radiation, because when the heat is coming through the that is the outer space, then there is no air in it, but the heat is able to reach our earth, and the time taken for the heat to reach our earth is 8 minutes 20 seconds. Please note down this. It is not written so clearly, I guess, so please note down in any side of your book that the time taken by the sunlight to reach our earth is 8 minutes and 20 seconds. Okay, it is very important question. Then this process, the invisible rays actually, which transfers the heat through radiation, these are called infrared lights. Okay, like again I will show you this. You can see the various regions of flames of light. The lower one is blue, the middle one is somewhat yellowish type, and the top one is red, isn't it? So there are various, spectrum of light. So actually it is the infrared light which causes the radiation, and it is transferred to the earth by either by medium, or it may not be the medium. As I told you, like in outer space there is no medium, so it can come like that also. Now let us come to this other end, that is the topic which is called the absorber of heat radiation. Now dark colors are the good absorber of radiation or heat compared to that of the light color, which is white. Now here they have put one experiment in which they have kept two containers, and one is a black tin box and another one is a white tin box, and in that they have placed two thermometers, and the rubber cork is fitted to it so that it becomes straight and stick to it. It does not falls actually. So that is what is the purpose of this rubber cork here, and this is a wooden block, and they have kept this setup undisturbed for some hours in the hot sun. And after some time it was seen that in the thermometer the temperature is showing here more compared to that of the temperature here. You can see it. So lower temperature is in white box and higher temperature is in black box. This is because of the reason that black is a better absorber of heat compared to that of the white. So this is also one of the reasons that why we should be wearing white color clothes during the summer season and dark color clothes during the winter. Because in the summer season, if we are wearing this, white color garments, then it will reflect the heat and we will feel cooler. And if we are wearing dark color clothes during the winter season, then it will be absorbing heat and we will be feeling more comfortable during the winter season. A similar case, there's an activity that is about to show this thing, that is the amount of heat lost by an object by radiation depends upon the color of the object. That means if you are keeping again the same two containers in the absence of sunlight. Now in the previous case it was sunlight, now there is no sunlight. Now in the absence of sunlight, the black tin loses the heat faster, whereas the white tin loses the heat slowly. So after some time, if you keep initially what was the temperature when it was kept in the sunlight, and after that if you are keeping the same setup in your room where there is no sunlight for a few hours, then you will see that the container which was black, thermometer shows lower temperature there, and the one which was white, it will lose the heat a little bit slowly. So the temperature is still higher in that compared to that of the black wooden box. Okay, so this is also being applied, as I told you, in wearing clothes and also in color of houses. We are sometimes painting our houses with light colors from outside. This is because if the house is painted with white or light colors from outside, that it will be absorbing less heat. So it will be reflecting most of the sunlight and it will keep our house cooler during the summer season. So this is the principle behind. And solar cookers and solar panels, nowadays solar water heaters are also there. Now this is also followed in that. What is being followed in the solar heater or the solar panels is that the box of the solar cooker and the solar water heater is actually painted black from inside. So this is because the black surface is a very good absorber of heat and it will be absorbing the heat, maximum heat radiations coming from the sun. So this will be making the water heated up fast, as well as the solar cooker also will get heated up faster, and due to this we can cook our food at a very fast speed.